That doesn't bode well. Hold on. Hello? Anyone there? No, let me. I'm so sorry. I can't think. This weather is actually going to be my end. How are we doing? Are we hydrating? Are we eating ice cream? Hello, everyone. I'm here. I know. I have no sense of time, okay? And I need a new watch because I clearly cannot. I just can't. Right, Millie, how are you doing? Daddy, are you enjoying your last few days in this miserable weather here before you remove yourself to enjoy it somewhere else where it will be equally as miserable, if not worse? Um, oh, I need to vacuum this. It killed mosquitoes. It kills mosquitoes. Okay. I need a vacuum to do that, though. Hold on, let me see. I mean, I'm assuming that they're gonna stay stuck if they're stuck there. Oh my gosh. Genuinely, I didn't do this on purpose. I just wanted the pink. But now I have been streaming here with the little tabletop fan. I realize that that is actually quite nice. It's quite nice, isn't it? We are gonna turn you down a little bit. Hello, Wisdom. Hello, Slam. What is that sticker on this fridge? Is Rijksmuseum? Yes, I am Dutch. I live in the Netherlands, and this is a ticket to the museum. And I loved going there. Plus, I just like having keepsakes like that. Don't you do that? Stick stuff on your fridge. Hello, Lulu. Yeah, I get that. I need to actually put something under my Mac as well. Otherwise, it's gonna overheat. We'll just make do. All right, Lulu. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. You do you first. Thank you for the reset, Blue. Hi. Oh yes, 21. This has been fun. I'm sure it will continue to be fun. Glad I found this place. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for your time and your effort and your well-earned monetary tokens. Thank you so much for being here. That's a long time, isn't it? Oh, I don't like kicking slam. It's okay. I just give a strongly worded, though still uh, decent, but scolding. But I don't do kicking. No, no. I blew. It's 2 hours already today. The only cloud in the sky of the upper shelter is the size of a kitten. You have a cloud? You have a cloud? Oh my God, wisdom! You in today? Who has seen the footage of the storm that I didn't get to feel, but I sure got a lot of videos of it. I wasn't there. I know I'm gonna cry again. I'm so upset about the weather. I can't deal. I'm so sorry. I'm really trying not to be a drama queen. So we're gonna just distract ourselves with something that is even worse. In this case, that is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, right? Let me see. Oh my God, 40 Fixer, what is happening? 24 months? Jeez. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you again. And there's a hype train. Let's go. It's too hot though, so let's not be too quick about it. Just calm down. Take a sip of water. Thank you so much for the resub, Fixer. There's only pink wires here though, so we might have a problem with them. You didn't get any either, Danny. I'm happy that it's not just me because I had a few people send me footage, not from themselves, but from other people who did enjoy the massive storm that went over northeast the west of the country. Speaking of cyber decks, if you were here for that conversation, I saw a girl who made a cyber deck with a compass in it, and I need that. That's genius. Why didn't I think of that? I want to make a cyber deck so bad. I want to have a compass in it. Mosquito guillotines are popular in the summer. Yes, they are. I just didn't realize that there's like there's bodies in there. I don't enjoy that. There's one up there as well. That one doesn't catch mosquitoes, so I'm a bit confused because this is just a cheap something I would rather not have invested in. But if I don't keep myself alive, there's nothing to be invested in at all anymore. So I had to do something. I take this everywhere I go, no matter where I sit in my house. This is where I am at the moment, because otherwise I will perish. I will perish. You drank some coffee, went back to bed, ate some breakfast, and starting my day vegging out. That sounds like an excellent idea. Excellent idea, Danny. Might you take up a book whilst you're at it? Because you really don't need to do a lot to do that. And you know that your brain consumes sugar, right? So if you read a book, all you need is ice cream to keep you going. And maybe a Radler, but that depends. More dead mosquitoes, even as fish people, we know how bad these are. Actually, if I had to choose between mosquitoes and ticks, I would go for mosquitoes. Genuinely, ticks are so much worse. In my experience, I had to have some skin cut away. Welcome in. Well, because I could, if I'd known, maybe I would have just gotten on a train and gone to the beach. To go to the ultimate uitwaaien, because I have been craving going to the beach for a few months, as you might imagine, and I have not been able to go there because I don't have a car. And but by train, it's just a little bit too much at the moment. I can barely go to the grocery store, so having a 6-hour total public transport trip is not in the cards for me at the moment, but I would have loved to go there if I'd known. I had no idea. Today, for one day, can we replace icebreaker with ice cream? Well, the thing is, I have already consumed all my ice cream. This is a problem, I know, but I mean, I wasn't going to talk about it just yet, but I have to take a day off in the coming week again because I wasn't able to get all my groceries last week. I had a migraine on Monday, and on Tuesday I really tried, but halfway through the groceries I freaked out. I freaked out. I wasn't having a good time, and I needed to go home, and I don't have toothpaste and what's it called? Laundry detergent? Toulouse, can you come here? Come here, baby. Good girl. Let me see what you're trying to eat, because we're not eating hairs today. I know, I still have to vacuum, but we don't do that during the day when it's 30 degrees. Yes, you were eating a hair. Thank you for coming here. Good girl. That's a good girl. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Please don't. You had all the candy this morning. Toulouse, it took her about a year, but she finally understands that when we get up in the morning, I give Winston treats in his puzzle, and now she will sit next to Winston's puzzle, even though she doesn't quite understand how to do it. She knows that she gets some candies too. She's not. She tries every once in a while, which is adorable, but she can't actually figure it out. So that has been our morning routine. Instant food. Isn't this hotel great? Nathan has any? No. Nathan can take a trip. Take a trip somewhere, anywhere. No, I'm actually really relieved at the moment that I have this book to focus on, even though it was not what I was expecting. Now I know what to expect, and we know what is going to happen, or at least I know what is going to happen. I know where we're going to end. It's not going to be good, but at least I won't actually freak out, and now I can laugh about it and be distracted from the weather for a little bit. What about you guys? Are we just chilling today? Are you just gonna listen to me rave about this amazing character, one of the most interesting characters ever created? Toby, you gifted the sub? Thank you so much. Hi, how are you doing today? That's so sweet. To Carp. Oh my god. Wait, Blue, you gave me a sub yesterday. Thank you for the gifted sub in another channel. I saw that this morning, was like, wait, what? Blue. That's so sweet. And thank you for supporting other people as well. That's amazing. I love that. There's nature, but documentarians would make a series about what might happen if all the mosquitoes disappeared, or the ticks, please. Ticks? Pretty sure we're fine. Mosquitoes are also food for a lot of other animals, like frogs and stuff. And we do have a lot of frogs. But yeah, I would choose for ticks to disappear. Like fleas, gnats, and all that stuff are kind of, they do spread bugs and disease, but most of them are actually food for other animals as well. I'm not sure ticks would qualify. I think we could do without ticks. I don't think, do we have gnats in the Netherlands? I don't know. No. Sherlock! Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back. How are you doing? How's it going? Ah, I never answered your message. I'm so sorry. I just realized. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. You ate your raw food, Millie. Already? I'm so impressed. I'm not able to eat before 9 p.m. I'm a bad eater in summer. It's really not my season. Which is why I usually have a shake or something in the morning. Your streak has ended. Oh no, Carp. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's funny how you feel it. It's such a, you don't have to do anything really. Even if you just show up for a few minutes in the stream, you are able to continue it. And still, if you lose it, why are we funny like that? Why do we do that? Oh, hi Shrinky. Thank you so much for the follow. I almost missed you. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Is there a better flavor of ice cream for brain fuel? Better than what? Skullja, welcome in. How are you doing today? I am very bland when it comes to ice cream. I have to admit. I like vanilla. Truly, a good vanilla ice cream is the best in my opinion. Maybe with a mocha, but honestly, just vanilla. I'm not that difficult, people. Really, I just hate summer. The season, not the person. I don't know anything about the person. Your cyber deck would contain not only a compass but also a picnic with teapot. Absolutely, yeah. Coffee, one of those tiny espresso thingies. What are they called? I'm not sure. The Italian ones. And absolutely an expert kung fu guy for beginners. Exactly, that one. It's a necessity, especially in the Netherlands where bushes are abound. Ticks are bad, but mosquitoes aren't fun either. But at least mosquitoes are, interesting. They keep you on your toes, and every once in a while they give you some cardio. There's a car that is sitting idle next week. I don't have a driver's license. I don't have a driver's license. I would not be safe on the road. Literally not. I've had a few instances that I was a passenger, and I'm not even safe as a passenger sometimes. I just forget. Okay, I'm used to being in the bus, so I forget that if you are with someone, you can't distract them. That's not safe either. You can swim in the sea in the morning in Slovenia, take a bus to the mountains, and hike after 2 p.m. and back at the beach by 7 p.m. What's the weather like? And how much daylight is there at the top of summer? Because this is vital. The temperature isn't the only reason why I want to escape into the mountains. It's truly the winter season that is not just fascinating to me, but it sounds like the ultimate relief for me to have just a few months of absolute complete darkness and just moon. Oh, sounds like a dream, actually. The Efteling, Droomvlucht? Any Dutch people, I'm not sure what it's called in English. I'm sure there's an English name as well. That is one of the oldest attractions in this amusement park in the Netherlands. Dreamflight, I guess, is what you could call it. And there's this part where you go into a tunnel that has all these fairy lights all around, and I wish I could live there. I have dreamed about a ceiling that is that, but a little bit more sophisticated. Because I'm not sure if they've updated it, but it was pretty archaic, I guess, with pretty old school fairy lights. I'm pretty sure you could do it a lot better now with some coding and stuff. But that tunnel, if you know what I'm talking about, is my ultimate dream. The hype dream message. I forgot did that. That's so funny when it's actually 0%. I'm so sorry. Lube! Oh my god, it's a lube! What are you doing? Are you keeping yourself alive with hydration? Please do, because I'm pretty sure that in your corner of the world it's also unbearable. Prueba? Don't make me say bad words! Please don't! Ticks are terrifying. I really don't like them. While Sherlock appears out of nowhere. I love it. I don't know how common Lyme disease is in London, so I'm not sure either. It's just that I'm just scared of them. And the first time I had one tick, I had not one tick, but I had two ticks. And I didn't discover them while fully clothed. No, I was naked and afraid, literally. I was in the shower, and I discovered both of them. And that's not a good place to find out that you have ticks. And also realize that it's not just a fear, you have a deathly fear of ticks actually being on your body. Trust me, you don't want to be in the shower. And I was living with just people, right, at that moment. I wasn't living in my parental home or anything like that, or a partner. I was living with other people, and bursting out of the bathroom was just not an option, and I had to save myself somehow. It wasn't good, which is why I took it out wrong in my leg, and after a few weeks I had to go and take a piece of skin out of my leg so it would stop being infected, because it got infected. Really, that's interesting. I usually, in the summer, I have to wait until the temperature is a little bit bearable, but then still I'm not sure I'm feeding myself well. I'm living off pizza today. This year again. It's not the first time. Don't worry. Right? If you have a good vanilla, actual vanilla, so no fake. You don't want to look up where they get fake vanilla. Please don't do it. But actual vanilla is amazing. Yeah, most people are a bit. Mocha is a specific flavor. I feel like it's quite specific. Mocha Express. Thank you for the bid, Story. How are you doing? Mosquitoes, as long as they are silent. Isn't it like the male and the females have different behavior? Well, naturally, but also one of them only stings or bites. Isn't that how it works? That's the best and only choice. Really, wisdom? You're not people. You're not just humoring me because I'm struggling, right? You can be honest. You don't have to have the same flavor ice cream. No, I'm trying to catch up, but you guys are so quick, and I am very slow. So sorry. Chocolate all the way. A lot of people call it basic choice. Really? Oh, I don't think that's basic at all. Chocolate is one of the necessities of life, just like vanilla. Things are cliche for a reason, I feel like. Right, that's the word. You remember when the droomvlucht? I might actually as well. I remember as a kid going on school days because of situations, and we would get a day off school, so it was always quiet when we went as kids, but you still had to go through all those waiting lines, and as a kid you make a joke, a game out of it, and it was fun. My ultimate dream is a tunnel, yes, Delamere, with a light at the end. How are you doing? Welcome in. I'm sorry, I'm very cynical, I've realized. I'm very sarcastic, and it's not you, it's truly me. I am just not having a good time. This is not my season. The thunder is booming! Blue, send it here. I'm so upset that has anyone seen what went over Amsterdam? I've never seen a storm that big. So much red on the radar. It was ridiculous. And apparently there was lightning for hours. Hours! And I wasn't there. Sad. I could have gone. No, I couldn't. I want to, but I couldn't. There are sightings of the Northern Lights in Scotland as well. So Scotland wouldn't be bad. It was Though now I'm reading Young Mungo, I realize that I it's really sad. Young Mungo is really really sad, which is I knew that, but let's just say the whole world is a mess, okay? And it's no good. It's no good. Keep me so well alive, something, but you probably need more hydration. So here, thank you. Yes, I do. No, actually, I do. Exactly. I can't afford to cry, Storm. I will, Tori. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's mindset, truly. And the thing I struggled with this because I kept hoping that maybe this would be an after school special, and we would learn why and how she got away from all this toxic behavior. She won't. I'll give you that much. She's not going to get away. So now I know that it's not going to end the way I'm hoping it will. It's still not okay, but at least I can deal, I guess. I took a walk in Arkansas once along a trail through the woods. I wore some of those white coveralls with the enclosure for shoes, looking down as it doesn't stop taking. Ah! Blue! Daddy! Yeah, actually, a little bit. I'm trying, I'm doing my best. Oh my God, Millie. Yeah, you're right. I was talking about a Mocha Express, but I thought we were still talking about ice cream as well. Oh, in '93? Oh no, I was 1.5 probably because I'm from the end of '91, December '91. So I don't remember that. Okay, I don't mean to put anyone off if my because are they jokes? Am I making jokes? Am I sure about the fact that it's a joke? I'm not sure. Blue, you are a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Uh, oh, vodka. I could go for vodka. I don't think they sell vodka here. I don't think they do. There was a lightning rain. I went absolutely crazy. Usually it's just a few little symbols, but yesterday they were blocking most of the map. Exactly. And I just looked at it and cried. I'm actually going to cry again. I'm not joking. I love that weather and being so upset about the second heat wave of the year and being reminded of the fact that technically summer doesn't start until tomorrow. It's truly on an autism level upsetting, if that makes sense. Like it's beyond. Oh, that's a bummer. It's actually I want to roll on the floor and yell, kind of upset because it was truly amazing. It like a once in a lifetime kind of storm. I saw images of the storm coming onto land, and that alone was just I would be happy for this the rest of the year. Actually, that would make up for a lot of things to see such a magnificent uh, show of nature. It was truly beautiful. And I think I saw a few lightning, but not nearly of the images that I was sent. You know who you are. Gotta catch a chicken. Sorry, keep us up to date. I love that for you. Hopefully, I think I'm not sure. Don't tell me if you're gonna eat it. She also get this weird mix of high function mania at this time of year. Yeah, it's. I'm just upset. I'm just upset, Toby. And it comes across as high energy, but I'm just trying to keep myself alive. And it's either I could cry or I could be this. And I'm pretty sure that if I were to live in the north, I would also be hyper, but in a different way because it's just this place. The heat just is just different. It is, and I was just wondering this morning, like if it was not as bad, and people really liked the warm weather, why would so many people still go to places like Spain or Italy when we have our own tropical weather for the last few years? because it's different there. It's quite enjoyable over there. It's not nearly as upsetting. And I think in the north, I know in summer the sun doesn't actually go down, but I think that would give me inspiration, as in creatively, because I know what it looks like. I follow Jonna Jensen on YouTube, and her images are just breathtaking. I would probably never sleep, but I wouldn't mind not sleeping, if that makes sense. Here I'm in misery. I'm in misery, and it's hot, and I hate it. Oh, that's such a cute image, Eddie. Hi, Riku. How are you doing? Are you okay? Are you drinking water? Imagine releasing 1 trillion ticks into the country to depopulate and devalue the land so it can be bought cheap for data centers. Imagine, Wisdom, imagine. Imagine what would happen if you put just a bit of sugar into cement. You know what happens then? I have never done it, and I'm wondering. I think it's important to ask questions. What happens if you put sugar in a cement mix? Does anyone know? If you do, don't tell. Just do. She made it back? What is going on with the chicken, Tori? You have them for eggs. Okay, good. Good. I love chickens. They're so hectic. So I thought it was the 21st already, but yeah, summer starts tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the official start of the summer, actually. And we're in heat wave number 2. The hardest thing is being mildly sweaty all the time. Toby, honestly, don't worry about it too much. As long as you don't get stressed about being sweaty, your sweat won't smell as bad. What smells bad is sweat that is from fear. So stress, but fear. Let's put it under fear. Anxiety falls under that as well, because that makes your sweat smell sour. And normal sweat, just sweat. Like, I am sweaty as well, but I don't. And it's fine. It's not that sweaty. And for most people that I come across, if they don't use too much deodorant, I think they smell quite nice. I like a sweaty smell. Don't worry, is what I'm trying to say, okay? It's uncomfortable, but I hope it doesn't come from your fear of other people. And if they do judge you, don't interact. Just ignore. It's the best punishment. Floor rolling while screaming in an autism-level disappointment when thunderstorms rage in their own city. Lulu, how did you know? What? Were you looking into my windows? Don't do that. Just knock. Please just knock. 35 degrees with sea breeze, moisture, and air is different than the 35 degrees inland country, though. I haven't been to the sea enough to know what it would be like in the Netherlands, but I just know that when I went to Italy, it was 38 degrees or something, or at least 36, and I thought I would be miserable, but it was actually not that bad. It truly wasn't that it was hot, and I felt pressure on my skin, but it's not like here in the Netherlands. I just feel like I'm choking constantly. Rain dance. I would if I could, Topi. I would if I could. Bon appetit, Lulu. Cement pie. You have huge cotton candy. All correct. All correct. Old sweat. That does stink. I think I'm nasty. It depends. It truly depends. I think we need to move on. Can we talk about Nathan? Old sweat, if untreated, turns into potatoes. There you go. There's something for everyone. Could and jump over the 3-meter fence. So we clipped their flight feathers, and now they've dug a hole towards the current to pass through. Do you have an Instagram? Because I would love to follow your antics. The antics of your chickens, actually. You get ammonia smell sometimes. Well, I would argue that if you do get ammonia smell, you probably have some fear somewhere related to your workout. I would say. And I say that because when I worked out at the gym years ago, I would get the same sweat smell as I get from being afraid, because I was really nervous about being there. But when I work out at home, I don't. I just smell sweaty, a little bit sweaty. The first summer that I can kind of handle. Oh, okay. Because you lost a lot of weight and got a lot fitter. It's not nearly as bad. It will help. I believe that. Yeah, I truly believe that. Because the thing is, if you just have more body to carry around, you know, and that's not easy with this weather, especially. I think that is often forgotten by people who judge. It's gonna be a hot summer indeed. Yes, Rico, it is. It is. Are you ready? Have the heat waves prepared you? I'm just sweat stream. I'm not kidding, Toby. I like a good healthy sweat. And I guess when you, who said old sweat? I associated that with working with horses and just old sweat in that environment. And I don't mind that at all. But it's in a work environment, right? I don't know why I don't mind it that much. It's not like I actively would want a perfume of sweat, but it just kind of calms me down. There's probably a biological reason for this. I can't afford to think about this right now, but actually there might be a biological reason for this. Ammonia smoke can happen with an intense workout or some other cause. Really? Interesting. Because I do every once in a blue moon I decide to do the insanity workout regime. And I really love it. It's just that I can't keep up with it. I love it for the workout itself. I don't want the results, and I can't eat enough to keep up with it. So, you know, I have to stop. Usually after week 3, my body it can't keep up with it anymore, even though my brain is just still like, let's go! And I don't remember smelling that. But I believe you. I believe you. Summer only lasts for a maximum 2 weeks, then it's back to true weather. Wisdom, that is the dream. That is the dream. Old people sweat. In my experience, the old people that I've been around were not very active, so it's just old people smell and not very sweaty. They don't move. They just don't move, in my experience. And what is old? Just too many questions. 10 years ago, I lost a lot of weight, but I still did sweat a lot. But now I'm a lot fitter, much better at cardio, and that made the biggest difference, I feel. Yeah, it's also your heart, your stamina, right? Is better. I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better, Millie, and that summer isn't as bad as it used to be, and that you put some effort in your your self-care, whether you regardless of what you were doing to feel better. I'm glad that you did. It doesn't have to be about your body, if that makes sense. Old people sweat 1 of 2 days. They use a freshly brewed tea or half of a potato. Yes, exactly. Like, dude, old people or active old people or Dutch old people, because Dutch old people don't really move. I feel like, I mean, they move, but they have electric bikes, you know. So, right. We're going into a sprint. I am reading Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and I so apologize for what I'm about to do. But if you are, oh, hello, can I type? If you just came in here and just gave a follow, I'm sorry, but I'm reading a book that could be used against me and you, because this is the internet, you know, and some people have just bad intentions. And the thing is, I am not here to be harassed, and neither are you. So we have a 1 hour limit, and after that you're very welcome to join the conversation again, but for our safety, your safety, my safety, I have decided to have a 1 hour follower mode rule for the duration of the readathon, which is a community event. So otherwise, normally, and I really thought we would be done, which is on me. Normally, I don't do this. Okay, this is just for the readathon. we are moving ourselves to a different section of Twitch. And I'm going to be reading. And also, normally, I mute myself. So you don't hear me freak out or whatever. But for the readathon and for this very special occasion and for Nathan, I don't. So you can hear exactly what, why, when anything happens. So let's get to it. If you're joining me, let me know what you're up to. And this can be anything. If you're jumping into a pool to cool down, counts, okay? It doesn't matter. Choose an activity from staying in chat and keeping each other company to picking up a book, Danny or not. And I'll see you in half an hour. Good luck. Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying they shouldn't be biking, but it was about the sweat, Millie. I don't think they sweat if you have an electric bike, but I don't agree with electric bikes for people who don't need the relief. I feel like making bikes electric is silly if it's not necessary, because a bike is a built-in workout, and we are already sedentary a lot as humans. Now, if you're old or if you're disabled or otherwise need some support, yeah, of course, but I feel like it's just making other people lazy, right? Or if you have to go very far away in the Netherlands, there's kids who have to bike for half an hour if they don't have an electric bike. But just for, for your average person, I don't feel like electric bikes are smart. Oh, wisdom, that makes me think of an AI video I was confronted with. Ew, don't. Okay, we left off with the sentence, friendships are important, but so is living in a healthy environment. Says who? I think this is, Nathan? I thought it, okay, hold on. Okay. It was I don't think I can explain because the internet has been flooded with AI videos everywhere. I feel like it's really ridiculous. I don't know if it's just me and I just pay attention to it a little bit more because I consciously remove that stuff from any feed I could come across it. But there's a lot of videos and advertisements that have suddenly flooded everywhere. And I saw a video about older people in America doing work that has been outsourced for a long time. And it didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. Right, Sophie? To have Nathan say that is wild. It's wild. But then again, it's Icebreaker. They are dopey, and I always delete them from my feed, everywhere, anywhere. And if I can find a reason, I will report them as well, because I just don't agree. I just don't agree. That's not what we should be using AI for. What are you doing, baby? You okay? Why are you loafing there? Come here. Come here. cooling mat by my feet because she does often lies down by my feet, but now she just won't lie by my feet. I'm telling you, she doesn't want to lie on it. And it's so hot. I can see it on her face. She's upset. We're all upset. AI has a way of removing the soul from humans in its dirty renderings. It's just dead. We'll see when I'm doing stuff around the house, but I can spot an AI voice. Yeah, AI voice so easily now, and I always dislike and block the channel when I hear it. Same, yeah, it's fascinating, but I think that's probably because they're cross working. They're not actually listening. They're probably doing 5 things at once, and maybe that's why they don't notice it. I don't know. I even if I'm not even in the same room where I'm listening to something, I will hear it and be like, oh, and gag, right? Because it's just no, not in this house. That's a scary thought, Sophie. Oh, I hadn't actually named that, Millie. Interesting. That book confused me with them. I need to read it again because I was really flabbergasted. Or maybe see the movie. I shouldn't say that because I'm not. We all know I'm not gonna watch the movie. I'm just not. Hold on, because Nathaniel Nathan just called his father having a superior tone of voice, which has the bile rising in his throat for having pointed out that his father pays for his life. He's angry at his father, that his father is like, I pay for your life, and that gives him a superiority complex, apparently. I didn't know what was going to happen after this, but that is just ridiculous. It's true, Nathan. You don't pay for anything. Which is why you don't take your not girlfriend's future serious. Especially because, oh yeah, Nathan has been dodging his dad's calls as well, and I don't know why. Who is Sasha? Have fun, Millie. Thank you for dropping by. I'm happy you got some storm, Uru. How are you doing? Wait, how old is this sister that is doing is skiing? He just called his sister, who is supposedly his age, around his age, a little girl. Why? 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 Is she? I don't know because we don't get enough of information. Yeah, you do, Toby. It was really, it was. I'm not kidding. I'm actually upset. I get a bit drama queen upset when it rains in places where I'm not, because I just love rain and I love thunder. But this one was makes me want to cry. I missed it. I had no idea it was going either. And this is why I could have known, because we did get a warning that there were going to be heavy thunderstorms, but we've been getting these alarms for weeks now. Actually, we've had orange warning signs and nothing happened in nowhere really. We had some storms, but nothing like this. Now we got a yellow warning and we have like the storm of the century. Nah, it's not fair. This is why I hate the freaking color coded alarm systems. They don't work. And now I missed the storm. Dang it. Hi Rainbow. How you doing? Hi Jordy. Thunder Nassim. I thought you were British. I'm not. I am very much Dutch, or at least I'm. I think I am. I don't know when. No, I'm Dutch. Sydney Sweeney. Oof, oof. She took a turn, didn't she? Sad. Yeah, I don't know how old she is, but it seems like his sister Sasha is a professional skier. So why would she call her a little girl? But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she is actually 6 and already a professional skier. I don't know anything about nepo babies. I am not one. She might be. That's not nice though, Wisdom. I'm sure there's another way to describe those people. I'm not sure what it is though. I love storms, and especially ones that are as mad as the one some of my country got yesterday. But not me. Not me. Mm-mm. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. That's true, but still, if he pays for everything, he's not being superior, Nathan. Until they get destructive? Well, when I say storm, I don't mean cyclone American storms. I just mean thunder and lightning and a lot of rain. Because no, it's not fun if things actually get destroyed. That's no good. Never. This is true. And it would, if I heard that people lost their lives yesterday, I will retract everything I've said. Really, really? I'm not sure, Uru. That could be. Well, different, wisdom. That's different. Then you have a, you know, a kind of banter around it. But generally, I think we used to use that word. She's lucky. She. Do you know how cheap her clothing is? I do, because I can shop where she can shop sometimes as well. What did he get? Wait, what did he get? I beg to differ, but okay. You but listen, I was once with disdain and I felt horrible. But when I asked for my size pants in a store, which exists, right? At 32, it exists. That lady looked up at me and looked me up and down. You should go to the children's department and continue with her job. And I was just like, I am so sorry that I was born in this body. Excuse me. But after that, I realized, you know what, lady? You're right. But she could have said it with a little less disdain and a lot less hate, because I did not give her her body and I did not choose this body. Okay? God dang. What the hell? But it's true. It's cheaper, and I thank her, lady. And I hope she's doing well. I hope she fixed whatever it was that made her behave like that, because that was not about me, I know, but I was like 18 or something. I wasn't prepared for that. She can sit in a pillowcase and be fully protected from protocol. Yeah, exactly, Yoru. But you don't even know. The older I get, the more I realize being small isn't that bad. It's really not that bad. It's fine. I get to climb my furniture without hitting the ceiling, for example. It's great. Not a lot of people can do that, especially not in the Netherlands, because people be tall here, and I am not. Well, no, she was just being mean, because they actually had my size as well in their repertoire. I just couldn't find them. The one that I wanted. I had a specific jeans in mind that I wanted, and she was folding them. So I asked her, "Where is my size?" And she just, I don't know. And with that tone as well. If she had told me in a little bit more loving way, like, "Hey, girl, you have the size to go to the children's department. I don't mean that in a mean way, but you can save so much money. Go there. Go there." But instead, she decided to unleash her self-hatred on me, and that was so mean. So mean. I did not deserve that. I said, "Can I ask a question, please?" I was so polite, and she just ruined my day. Saved my life, though. I'm sorry for the squeaking. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. You're traumatized, girl. What do you mean I don't have an answer? This is silly. And I would have thanked you, Wisdom. I would have been so happy. Especially at that time. I mean, it was clear in the moment already that even though I was not, you know, that old and evolved in my confidence, I guess. But it was clear that it was about her. It wasn't about me, but it was just so unexpected. I should have made more notes. Why, hello, Steven. How are you doing? I miss Tamagotchi. I wanted to. Also going in my cyber deck. Tamagotchi. This is just stupid. Missed opportunity here. Also, I feel like actually this is just codependence what they're creating with the training together. Now Aaron is out of the league. Is that how you say it? Hi, Jordy. It was. I think Tamagotchi was solely responsible for the 1990s high school students missing half their education. No, don't blame Tamagotchi. Tall woman, short one are beautiful their way. Yeah, everyone is beautiful, Jordy. I agree. Everyone. Doesn't matter what size, what shape, what color, what you're. No, it doesn't matter. Hair, no hair, all the hair. Everyone is beautiful. It's what's on the inside. To me, at least. You can have the most perfectly shaped face and the ultimate body. But if your heart is dark and just, you know, rotten, you're not going to be pretty. So be kind. Try to be kind, at least. And you'll find that you're actually doing it. Excuse you? I forgot my coffee. I just realized. Hi. What are you doing, baby? You want Spanx? You have to come up if you want Spanx. Come on up. You can do it. Oh, is it my... I'm sorry. Is it my dress? Here. Come here. Come here. Sorry. Come here. Come here. You can do it. Lol. He just said that Anastasia... No, he answered for Anastasia because Aaron is here. I don't know why yet. He wants to say something to Anastasia. Anastasia, Aaron is her previous ice skate partner, but he got hurt, so now she's training with him. And Aaron just showed up, and he asks, can we talk? His eyes float to Nate, and his posture stiffens. Alone. Absolutely not, Nate snaps. Next page. Aaron is somewhere waiting, I guess, and they're alone now, Nathan and Anastasia. I think I need to give her water, actually. 1 minute until the timer goes off. So Nathan and Anastasia are talking. Wait. Here. I want you to make your own choices. Nathan. Honey. Girly pop. What is this? I see you, honey. Hold up. Can you wait 10 minutes? Can you wait 10 minutes? She needs water. See, she wants water. I know. I have seen you. And I need to go get my own coffee anyway. I'll give you water. I would do it here, but she doesn't know how. I wonder if we're actually going to get details, because I tried to look up why Aaron broke his arm, her actual figure skate partner. I have seen you, honey. I have seen you. Don't get scared. Try to drink yourself. We're taking a 10-minute break, and then we will go into a power hour. Don't you worry. It's not as bad as it sounds. I'll be right there, honey bunny. Okay? Hello. How are we doing? It's okay. Truly, when I'm not moving too much, and I keep sitting in proximity of my tabletop fan, I recommend you get one if you don't have one. They're not that expensive. I mean, when it comes to environment, they're probably not the best, but if you don't make it through the year, then what is the environment going to do for you anyway? I see you. Oh God, I hate this. So, yes, amazing stuff. I have to remember to tab the smutty scenes, because I think there's really only like 3. There's really not a lot, because I realized yesterday after stream, wait, so they're gonna officially start training together? But to make sure that they take it seriously, which is already not really a thing, because he is making her go to the movies and stuff, as opposed to, Trey, you can do it, training. Because he needs to take ballet and stuff as well. Being a figure skater isn't just ice skating; it's ballet, it's cardio, it's so much work. Where was it going? Oh God dang it! I got distracted by Toos. Where was I going? As long as it's the choice he has the influencer to make. Yeah, exactly. It's insane. Where was I going? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, actually. Hello, Electric Zoo. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. We get a baby flu appearance. That was Toos. She came to tell me that she wants water and to lose. Yeah, you. She is not like other kitties, right? Maybe honey bunny. She doesn't know how to drink properly. There's something wrong neurologically that makes her unable to use her face. Basically, she also has pica, so she eats weird things from the ground and licks weird things. Good girl. You can do it. Yeah. You have to try. At least try. Okay, I'll come. So ever since we found out that it had gotten to the point that she was getting UTIs, I started giving her water with a kind of a syringe. I can't reach it. And at first she hated it, but now she will actually come ask me for water, and that's great. So I'll have to go do that next up. Oh, I know. I remember. I was talking about smiles. This is how much I like it. It just it removes itself from my brain. It wasn't. It was. They started training together, and they made the agreement that they won't be having fun times between sheets until they have gone through the regionals. I guess I don't know, until Aaron is back at the very least. So they're not smooching, right? And anything. But that also means that for the duration of those 8 weeks in the book, we're not getting any scenes either, and I feel like we've only had maybe 3 or 4 so far, which is for a book that was being lauded as being so smutty. It's not. I don't know. They could still go off. I guess. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a time jump. But there's so many pages left. Makes no sense. I do have a fountain, Euro, but that kept breaking. So I do need to fix it. But she didn't get enough. She didn't get enough because I have had a fountain since I got her. Since she was like a year, we found out that no, actually not even a year. I had it the first year I had her. But at her first checkup, she came from a shelter. At her first checkup, they told me that she was dehydrated, but I lived in a very big apartment back then. And I had water in every room, in the hallways, on every table, and in the kitchen. So it was just ridiculous how much water there was. Every place, with cats, it's advisable to put water where they walk. Because they do have trouble keeping their hydration up in general. This is just a thing. They prefer rainwater. They prefer outside water. They will drink when they come across it most often. And I was so flabbergasted. What do you mean she's dehydrated? That's silly. I have water everywhere. So I got her a fountain when the first year I got her, and she's 10 this month, right? You've been with us for 10 years. Isn't that amazing? But it wasn't enough because she started getting urinary tract infections, UTIs, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and that's ever since I've been giving her water by hand. She does drink a little bit on her own, but it's just a lot easier for her to get help because I just put it directly in her mouth. I wonder if you can guess how it's gonna end. 1-star rating. It probably, Jordy, and it breaks my heart. I really don't like giving any book less than 5 stars. I will actively try to find a way out of having to delete stars. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And I feel like truly. I mean, I have to finish the book in its entirety to be absolutely sure. But I'm starting to have a theory about this book on its own, and it seems to me like they did this on purpose. Yes, this was a trend, having this kind of cover. It was a trend, but in this case, as there is a 18+ content warning on there as well, it all feels like a marketing stunt. So people would talk about, oh, it's a smut book, but it doesn't look like a smut book, and that gave it traction. Plus, unless they are truly blind to the bad behavior, which is possible, because just think of how people who come from abusive households continue in that quote unquote lifestyle, because that's what they're used to, that's their normal. And if you don't know any better, if you're not taught any better, you don't know what is wrong sometimes. So it could be right, but the absolute darkest version of the theory would be it's on purpose. There's not a lot of smut in there. They lure you in with the smut, but you're actually kind of being conditioned to be a good girl, and don't say no, because if you do, it's not gonna work. Your friends are gonna tell you that he's a good guy, and he's gonna keep harassing you, cornering you, stalking you until you give in. And because you go into this thinking it's a book about smut and romance, because it's marketed as smut and romance, you are missing that part of the book. But you are reading it, you do internalize it, and it's a trend in contemporary romance that there's a lot of toxic behavior exhibited. And this really, it started out so nasty for me. He cornered her. He trapped her. Actually, he trapped her between his arms when she tried to leave the room. That is how their romantic relationship started. That's not romantic. So from that moment on, I have just been basically disgusted with every supposedly romantic thing, and it's just toxic on every other page. Actual gaslighting, actual overstepping of boundaries, not listening to her no, not caring about her career, belittling her career. It's absolute madness. So I want to tap the smutty scenes at some point. I tapped 2 of them to see how much smut is actually in here. And all the other tabs are all just basically situations where I went, what are you doing? How is this okay? But you know, I'm only halfway through, so who knows? I do know that it's not going to end. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well in the context of her personality and what she said she wanted, which is not a relationship, as she wants to focus on her career. The way it's going to end is not good. But we're not there yet. The only reason I know is because I listened to some reviews, because I was actually losing my mind. I was actually losing my mind reading this. Same dirty. I don't really listen to ratings, to be honest. Well, the fountain, you do need to clean your fountain. You need to freshen up the water at least once a week. If you care about the cleanliness of the water, but it is better than stagnant water. Hello, Chungus. Are you ready for the power hour? Just in time. So the goal of the power hour is to practice flow, but don't be alarmed. The practice isn't actually how long you can focus. It's getting back to your task, because flow is just something that happens when you're focused. It's just something that happens on its own. But the starting of your task is often the hardest thing. Now, it's hot. It's Saturday. So just so you know, these focus moments, hours, are not just for reading a book and torturing your mind. It could be something fun. Maybe you are getting into hula hooping. I don't know. I saw a grandma do it and I was so impressed, and I kind of want to learn it too now. So hobbies, work, whatever it is, you do you, boo. We say over at Albats, and I say it too. It's hot Saturday. It's not a good loop. What are you doing? If you want to stay in chat and just chill, please know that is valid too. Staying alive is a full-time job. Please remember. You've catched that it might be an AI book. Yeah, audio phase, exactly. Welcome in. And that is the current most logical explanation for whatever this is. Because it's just not good, and it's worrisome, and it's scary. But we'll see. We'll get through it. So let's try and practice our flow. I am going to water my cat real quick. And I'll be back and unmute myself again for the duration of the readathon. I'm sorry if you're still stuck in temporary look. You are welcome, I promise. It's just to protect ourselves from people who are going to abuse reading of what is supposed to be smut but isn't. I'm going to stop my yapping. See, starting is the hardest part. And I'll be right back. Good luck. I'm back. I woke Winston up, so he wanted water too. Stop! No! Uh, yeah. I was in the powder room, definitely. Hey, Cribs, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. Thank you for being here. To think that 26.5 degrees inside would be a blessing to me right now. I love it when cats are um, cooling down on the floor and they just stretch themselves out completely with the tail straight up. I love that. Yes, I'm talking about you, silly. Don't be offended. I said I love it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Aww. Oh, Chungus. Oh no. Three to 4 days because my kitty slime would cover the insides. Oh. I mean, I have a very unwieldy one, but mine is of ceramics. I don't know if that makes a difference in any. I'm so sorry. I confused two things. Hello, Cribs. Thank you so much for coming in. And I meant, I know 10 stream streak. Please forgive me. It's very hot. Hello. Welcome in, Cribs. uh, Well, the thing is, it heats up to if it's at the moment it's okay, but at the end of the day, well, in the afternoon, the sun reaches a point of the building where it just heats up and it heats up and it heats up, and by the time it's 9, it is at least 2 degrees hotter inside than it's outside. So I have to be careful about when I open and close, because if I keep it closed when it's cooler outside, I'm not gonna survive. I'm not gonna survive. It's an experience, this building, and I know for a fact that they're never gonna do it again. They have already told me that this building, never again, never again. Yeah, that is that room. Even cats don't like this. Winston is upset. My orange cat is upset that I'm not playing with him, and then I play with him, and then he is upset that it's too hot, and I don't know what to do with you, baby. He doesn't know either. So we'll just continue reading. Oh. Yeah, cities must be I've been thinking about getting one of those inflatable pools, but I realize that if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. And I don't want to do that outside, even though I would be able to. Technically, on paper, there's people. There's people. Let's end the sentence there. lots of buckets. But what if it snaps? I have two cats. They all want to. Wait. Yes, Danny. That's what I do at in the evening when I'm away from electronics. Because I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to ruin things or accidentally execute myself. You know, that's not recommendable. But this is a great hack, and I have been utilizing it for a while. If you have a bucket and it's hot, just get some cold water and put your feet in it. It's amazing. I'm sorry. I know I'm shrimping, but I'm kind of uncomfortable. I'll try to have a better posture. Very true, Daddy. Only once, actually. Radiation? Uru, radiation spots? What do you mean? I wish we had more trees. Um, what do you, wait, what is that? Did I miss something? What do you mean, wisdom? Why? Godzilla? What is that? It sounds familiar, but I don't know why. To exchange heat. Radiation sounds like you're talking about, you know, radiation. Oh my gosh, Blue, what? But in the context, Daddy, in the context, I was just thinking, wait, oh gosh, dang it, hold on. I'll never get used to this. stop? Thank you. Everything is just complaining. And I get it. It's not fun. Hi, Len. It's just glitter. I promise. It's just glitter and well placed makeup. I promise you. It's not that impressive. But you know what? You do look dashing. And welcome in. I mean, you're right. You're right. You're all right. Radiation is not just the poison. But I've been thinking about the radium girls. I've been thinking about the radium girls because I listened to an old episode of Morbid about the radium girls. So, you know, I thought about, wait, what are we doing? What am I doing? Decomposing, probably. Yeah, it does. It does, Danny. Actually, it does. Because if you do old school, if you have horses, for example, and you do the old school method of keeping your what are they called? The separate. You don't clean out the hay in winter. The bottom layer, at least, you do give clean hay in their bedrooms. What is it? What is it called? But because of the decomposing of the bottom layer, it generates heat and it keeps your stables warmer. And then at the beginning of the year, you have a great workout because you have to clean it all out. But this is a method to keep your stables warm. So yeah. We do, Toby? Stable pen. Stable. Yeah, when I said stable, I realized maybe that's it. But isn't there a name for their separate places as well? Their bedroom. It's their bedroom. Yeah, exactly. Blue would know. Blue knows everything about this. I feel. Stalls? Is it stalls? Or do you just say stable? I wouldn't be surprised because you can use the word for reading, will read in too many ways as well. So. Oh gosh, are they gonna? They're gonna play Never Have I Ever. People often eat trace amounts of radioactive minerals that occur naturally, and they therefore give off tiny amounts of other types of radiation. For instance, Brazil nuts and bananas contain higher amounts of radioactive elements, but the amounts are too small to be noticeable or have an effect on their health. Interesting, Toby. I didn't know that. Oh, that's not good, Uru. If there's mold in hay, I didn't mean hay. I meant straw. Actually, I'm so sorry. That is on me. Hay is what they eat, and straw is what you put on the floor, right? I'm sorry. What do bananas have to do with X-Men? You learn something new every day, Danny. I'm sorry. That's on me. I'm sorry if I caused some confusion. I didn't mean the stuff they eat. But the stuff you put on the floor, which is called hay. No, straw. And hay is what they eat. God dang, I need to stop. Nathan is killing my brain cells, and now they're playing Never Have I Ever while drinking. You played Farming Sim? You will learn a lot through certain games. This is why I'm also not against gaming. You learn from everywhere, as long as you pay a little bit of attention and ask a few questions every now and then. Oh! not even gonna underline. Well, I'm gonna underline the game so I understand what is happening here, but... Ooh, what is this about the new Robin Hood movie? There's gonna be a new Robin Hood movie? It makes sense. I promise, Wisdom. That jump is not as... You know the bow guy? The pole dancing bow guy on whatever social media he's on? He notified me of a new movie about Robin Hood. Surely you've seen the pole dancing bow guy. I think he's from the UK. You have to eat a lot of bananas to turn radioactive. Like 30,000! My god. Get going, Wisdom. I just found out that Nathan, while playing Never Have I Ever, has confessed to sleeping with an older woman, which is somehow a question, but also with her daughter. But we're not going to pay attention to that because we're playing a game. So he just, someone else says, Never have I ever left the club with an older woman. Several of the guys lift their cups, stopping when JJ asks them to wait. Then found out I'd also hooked up with her daughter when I saw the family pictures on the wall the next morning. Nathan curses under his breath, shaking his head at his best friend as he lifts his cup to his mouth. Again. But he's a good guy. He's such a good guy. No, oh my gosh. If that had been the case, I don't know if I could continue. That would be actually too upsetting in this weather. Oh, good, Lola's here. Oh, we love Lola. Yeah, best friend in the world. Great friend. Not Lola making the drink of her best friend extra strong. Right after I tell her that she's the most amazing bestest friend in the whole world. Actively getting Anastasia drunk. Oh my gosh. See, Nathan was complaining about not being able to touch Anastasia for 8 weeks, boo, while he's constantly touching her and pulling her into his lab. Any chance he gets, even during practice. Sad boy Nathan. Oh, he doesn't get to have sex. Oh. Oh no, if this is where this is, I think it's going, he needs to be slapped. Actually. Oh my god. Chungus, you missed the warning. It's not you, it's me. It's me if I'm cynic or sarcastic or particularly bitchy. It's me, okay? I'm sorry. But I can't believe that we're in our second heat wave and summer hasn't even officially started. I don't like it. It's not good. Okay. Well, in that case, God damn it, Nathan! Wait, no! See? I knew it! Oh my gosh. Wait, so he made a point of, after trapping her when she was drunk, and thus starting their non-relationship, because Anastasia doesn't want it to be, but he does. So and ever after that, he's made it a point that he doesn't want to do anything with Anastasia when she's drunk, even though that is how he lured her in initially. And now they're both drunk. And they've agreed to not do the schmexy. But now she is the one who is initiating it, even though she's the one who takes her life seriously. So see what I mean? They frame it as if they're not. No, please stop it. Please stop it. No, okay, listen. I meant smutty scenes previously. I didn't need one today. Why is he singing Last Christmas? Wait, where are we? No, I don't want to. Yeah, go to sleep. No! You don't say, Nathan! You don't say! Hold on. Maybe it's fine. Maybe. God frick, don't you dare! If you mess up this dress, you stupid button, I will chuck you out of the window. That is not open, so that would be a bad idea. Hold on. Where is the sentence? Drunk people can't give consent. Tess. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, he's going to sleep. I'm so scared. Lola, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If that's the case, then Aaron was dating her too, and he has every right to crash out on everyone. You can still read it. No jokers. I'm not sure that's entirely healthy behavior. I mean, I am in jest, all right? If I actually don't like this, I will just, stop for the day at least, because I'm gonna make it through this book, okay? Everyone except Anastasia. Anastasia tries to make it clear what she wants and what she doesn't want, especially, but no one cares. She's just trying to get to the Olympics. I can't stand Lola. So I guess she deserves the nickname Low. Lala would have been cute, but no, they went for Low. Low is the nickname of Lola. It's... No human could have come up with that. I mean, I guess they could, but... Lola just said that because Anastasia has been hiding out in Nathan's apartment to get away from Aaron. That because that Anastasia has been living in Nathan's apartment for 3 months, that means they're now dating, even though Anastasia says we're not dating. But if according to Lola's logic here, living together means you're dating. So Lola and Aaron were in a throuple for years. If that's right, if that's true. Regardless of what Anastasia wants. Or are we forgetting about that? Yes, I agree. Chungus is better than Lou, but at this point, I might start calling her Lou. That's a good call. I don't care. Teletubbies were underrated. Second order nickname Lola is already, yeah. I feel like Lola is just is fine, but everyone needs a nickname, I guess. I wonder what they're gonna do with Kitty. Kitty came back. Kitty is the girl that we met when we met Nathan, his POV for the first time, and Nathan woke up next to Kitty, who he had vowed he would never sleep with. So that's a great way to introduce a character. But now Kitty is sleeping with Aaron, her supposed skating partner, but he broke his arm, and we still don't know for sure how. We have no clue. We're blaming Nathan. I'm happy to do that, but that's probably not what happened. Why are you hating on other women? I mean, I don't know this Kitty, but stop. I was wrong. I was wrong. Rosie mentioned the friend of a friend. I don't know whose friend of a friend, who the friend of a friend, the friends are in between, but Rosie was mentioned way back as a friend of a friend. And I thought, why? But here she is. Hold on, I'll circle her. That's amazing. Good job. No loose ends in this book. Lorelai? Yeah, it feels like it's already a short, but no logic in this book. Just toxic radiation. Wait, Kitty was our friend freshman year, and we were getting to know Rosie, her roommate too. I thought she was a friend of a friend. See, I don't listen. The B word, if I come across the B word, especially women saying it to women, what the hell are you doing? Do not ever use that word. And that's not something I call another woman lightly. You're all toxic. You, no, audio face, still not. Don't say that word. It's just it's so no, just don't. Literary version of vibe coding at micro slab? What is vibe coding? Am I going to learn more things? Friend of a friend mentioned. It was so random. Audio face. Hi Storm, how are you doing? Turns out Rosie wasn't just a random person. She came back. Well, sort of. Okay. Nathan woke up. That's bad. No, it's actually not. So as much as I don't like Nathan, him waking up being very drunk after being put to bed by Anastasia, but he woke up and he didn't find Anastasia next to him, so he got out of bed and went into the living room, and the first thing everyone does is reach for their phones. You have no friends here, Nathan. And as much as I don't like you, no one deserves that. No one deserves that at all, ever. That's just not okay. Everyone is going to film him, and I really don't care. but that's uncalled for. I get the yes. Well, boring, sure. You can call everyone boring, but not the the word that you use for a female dog, which is also I don't like it. We can come up with a different word, right? Language should be fluid, and I don't know why we still call it that because we don't do that to male animals either. I think vibe coding is a popular term for allowing garbage AI to write and implement code for you, usually without any proper testing, just rolling it out to release. And Microsoft has been renamed in programming circles as Microslop because of the absurd amount of AI slop coding they have been releasing for the last 18 to 20 months, breaking Windows 11. Really, Chungus? So I'm leading towards this is AI, and the reason it wasn't noticed because it was released in 22 is because I feel like there were humans involved in this with the editing, and it seems like because they got away with a lot of AI, if that is true, right? If this was AI, and as we all know, if they are able to sell something, but if they're able to cut corners, they will. And it just seems to me that they got sloppier and sloppier and have removed more and more humans from the process. Which is why these days, when a book is released and it's AI, it's more noticeable because they just got lazy. Supposedly gave in the interview, she states, "If I had $1 for every time I said the word overwhelmed, I'd never need to write another book." She's supposed to be from Manchester, UK, so why did she not say quid or pound instead of dollar? Interesting. It's completely American. I mean, that doesn't actually have to say something, too, because my beloved Catherine Arden studied Russian and Russian folklore, and her Winter Night trilogy is so believable that I started to research her because I wanted to know who is this new Russian author that I have never heard about, and she's American. She's not Russian. So that doesn't necessarily have to say something. But it is an interesting point in the context of everything else that we know about this book and its author. The casual misogyny isn't in the really, Toby? Is that's my feeling as well? Because if it's AI, then the question becomes. I recommend asking 5 whys if you want to get to the bottom of something, including yourself. Then the question becomes, well, who made the code? Who made the code, and what is in their character? And will show up in what they put out in the world. But that's interesting. That it is an interest. But I know that I know what chatbots are doing. Okay. Don't forget to drink water, people. Vibe coding. I don't feel like it deserves that name. That sounds cozy, and we should not make things that are not cozy sound cozy. It doesn't deserve it. See, so now the image of Nathan all but naked behaving out of his conscious control because he's too drunk and he woke up from a drunken stupor. I don't think I pronounced that right. Now, God knows how many people have footage of that and have been sending it to him, so it's going around all over the place, and that's just not okay. It's just not. Because it's also his home. It happened in his apartment. So, principles, people. Even if you don't like someone, principles, okay? It's a term created to make AI seem less proud. See? I believe you, Chungus. It's maybe in part due to the training on older books and lower quality writing. Both. Well, AI is also trained on Reddit, right, and online discourse, not just books. Right? I don't know enough. I just because I don't want to. I don't want to invest time in AI. I have barely enough time to keep myself alive these days. But vibe coding sounds like it should be changed to the honest truth. The thing is, they do this with a lot of things. Um, it's too much of a subject to get into now, but it does tie back into a few subjects I've been studying lately. Social media to a massive data mining psychological experiment to make it seem casual. Why is my nose starting to run? What is this? It's summer. If I get a cold, listen, I will need to talk to a manager. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh, there's hairs on my face now. There's models specifically meant for literary output? You mean selling stolen goods? We're starting a war against the gods. Nah, if I get a cold during a heat wave, I won't survive. Chungus. Robo shitting is theft. It's just theft. The way if it's used for creative things to generate creative things, I'm not talking about using it as a tool. I'm saying the generative side of AI is theft, ultimately. Oh God, Audi face. That we'll figure that out next year. We'll figure that out next year. Yeah, because oh sorry, that was extremely loud. Lola is toxic. She's toxic. Well, the readathon is just for now, and we'll do it again next year. Not this. We're not reading this. We're not reading this series. We're not reading anything by this author next year. Okay? That's no. And also no Elsie Silver. No 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 no. We were primed for AI with our dependency on instant gratification. It's interesting. For now, it's okay. Me too. Me too. Oh God. I'm not gonna give you any context. I'm just gonna give you this. This is a group chat, and this is what it's called. Right after you said that, Sophie. I don't have my tinfoil hat on, Blue. Uh, but mine going insane. I have not yet ordered that, but knowing how many books are in that series, I am going to read that when I get the opportunity. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Yeah, it is exactly what I thought it was. This is a group chat of the boys, to talk about buck bunnies. They have more group chats. This is a new one. Oh my god. I didn't on the same page. It got worse on the same page. She doesn't want you. She doesn't want to be in a relationship. Do you know how he has her in his phone? He has her in his phone with his last name. His last name. I want to cry. Is this too much? You can't do that on the same page? What do you mean? See how I'm physically trying to get away from this book? Toby! It's your fault! Ugh, I hate it. I hate it. I have to mark it. I hate it. I didn't think I would run through all the tabs. Halfway through this book! Waylarian? Oh my gosh, please let me know what I can do with your name, because I am not functioning right at the moment for so many reasons, and the book is just a part of it. The thing is, Anastasia here, Sash here, has made it extremely clear that she does not even want to date him, let alone carry his last name. She does not want to. She says this so many times. And to everyone who won't listen, she is saying, we're not even dating. But this motherfucker, I'm so sorry, actually has her... What? Oh gosh, they were making a series of this, right? I'm like... should I watch that? If it's a series, I might, because I'm better able to watch a series than a movie. I just don't. I don't know. No, wait, you know what? Not even. I'm gonna do this. Oh my god, no, I'm mistaken! It's his sister! Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll keep it. I forgot. He has a sister. She doesn't come up at all. Name is fine, but how do I pronounce it? Unless it's Nicolas Cage. Yes, this is also true. I was trigger happy here. It was his sister. Listen, there's 2,000 people in this book, and no one listens. But it is okay that I tapped it. But this is my proof. Apparently, the people of his potential... No, his entire school already knows about his drunken bullshit, because his sister is telling him that she got his message. His sister? Yeah, that's my bad. I'm so sorry. But I wouldn't be surprised. That's more the problem. That I see him do this. And honestly, that would be better than Uberslot, which is how he had her in his phone, as far as I know. Let me see. It was after the Uber scene. Where's the Uber scene? So do you, can you blame me? If you need to have your sister with your family's last name, that's also creepy. You're right. You're right. But that's the thing. He was a complete fuckboy, and they've been going to the same school for a few years. But now she has told him no. After she told him no, he was like, "That's it. She's mine." He never noticed her before. And she says no, and suddenly he is stalking her. So you're right. That's also quite kind of creepy. Everyone posted the drunken video on the gossip page of their school. See, I'm not okay with that. I don't. It doesn't matter how I feel about Nathan. That's not okay, because that even though he's an ass, and he does need therapy, and he should really stop stalking people. That's not okay. And honestly, hold on, because isn't that also a nickname? Maybe that's why the last name is there. Stas, yeah, they call her Stas instead of Anastasia or Anna or whatever. They call Anastasia Stas. So, Sush, why? Just give her a different name, author. Nah, it's also not. It's true. It's true, Chungus. Can you see what this book is doing to my levels of acceptance of criminal behavior? It's completely messing with my brain. Watch a ton of a movie. I will first have to have actual a setup, basically. I can't. Oh, yes. Let's take a sip of water, everyone. Please keep yourself hydrated. Preferably with something like water, but anything will do. I think that is what it is part of the reason why I don't like watching movies anymore, because I just have so much to say, and the cats don't respond. I mean, they meow every once in a while, but I have so much to say about movies, and I would like to have a back and forth. If I don't have that, then what is the point? What is the point of the movie if I cannot have someone listen to me rant? But I don't think I have the technology to do that. I don't think I could. I will tell you what I'm reading outside of stream in a little bit, because I just noticed that we are almost done with the power hour. My gosh. What a trip. I am never getting through this book. Never. Oh my gosh. No, I forgive myself for that mistake, because Sasha and uh Anastasia and their nicknames are too close. Are too close. They have nothing in common. He's just talking about her body. Always. I mean, I'm having mocha coffee as well, but try to drink some water. Try to just drain a glass of water on days like these. Even I know it sucks. Okay, I don't like drinking water either. But it's important when you're going through a heat wave. Please try. Okay. I think I need to just stop. I think after the puck bunnies, it's too much. Clearly, I've stopped thinking. I think I'm done for today. If you're doing something less self-destructive and life-sustaining at the same time, you have about 1 minute left, and then we'll just have a little bit of a chat. My life has noticeably improved after I started jogging. Yeah, it's stupid, but it's good for you. You need water. And that's coming from someone who wasn't taught to drink water until they were in their 20s, basically. Well, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. It's stuck. Hold on. Surrender. All right, we're back. And that was all the focus. That was all the focus I have in me for now. It wasn't a lot, but hey, I did read a few pages. And you know what? Welcome back. Welcome in, everyone. I took off shield mode, and everyone who is in here, whether you follow the channel or not, you can just you can speak in chat now. I actually have a runny nose. Hold on. Do I need to get? Probably is. Yeah. Hold on. God dang it. You confused me, Daddy. You know, I did do it right. Yeah, I turned it off. So now everyone can join in on the chat. I have a 1 hour followers only mode shield up for the duration of our reading because I don't want people with bad intentions to come in and you know abuse their free speech, basically. But that is just because I do need to try and get through the book, and I don't want to expose you or myself to unwanted messages, right? But we're done. We're done. We're done. Done. And it's been a day. Jeez. Blue was just talking about runny noses. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening because it's not like I ate something spicy, but I have a runny nose. What is that? Oh, huh? There's something wrong with Twitch. I swear. Um, or maybe I forgot to turn it on. Could be. That would be funny. But I have to say, I consciously chose to move to the writing and reading space on Twitch because I know that it's a little less likely that people who just want attention really, but don't know how to ask for that in a positive way. It's less likely that they find this channel when we're in a space like that. So it's been really not as bad as I was expecting it to be. I thought there might be more harassing behavior because just because this is known to be a smut book, or at least that's how it's marketed. But I feel like we're learning a lot. We're learning a lot from this book. Not in the least what it means to be exposed to covert abuse, because that's really what this is. This is leading up to a very toxic relationship. If this is how you start dating, when someone doesn't want to date, that's not good. That doesn't bode well. Um, the thing is, if you only listen to the opinions of others, you will never know what this was actually about, and you might not be able to tell your friends that, hey, maybe you shouldn't pick this up because you have a history of, you know, bad people finding their way into your life, or for your experience at least. I'm not saying that they're bad, but and you might not want to expose yourself to this type of relationship because it's toxic, but it's not framed as such. In fact, it is framed in a way that makes it seem like the girl is being a party pooper and she should just accept that Nathan wants to get in her pants, even though he has absolutely no respect for her career, her schedule, her boundaries, nothing really. So if you have only listened to what the people online have been saying, and I've listened to a few, not a lot, but a few reviews as well, and barely anyone actually talks about the gaslighting, the crossing, and the just complete disregard of boundaries, the fact that he really makes fun of her schedule, which she follows because she wants to. She takes her sport seriously. So when you're a figure skater, if you don't know, it's not just being on the ice that is important. You need to take ballet, you need to do cardio, you need to make sure that you eat properly, that not putting yourself on a diet necessarily, but you do need to make sure that you get your calories and stuff. And it's a bit notorious in that sport, and probably all sports that involve a lot of body work. But it's if I had not picked this up myself, I would have perpetuated the conversation in the wrong direction, which is this book is talked about because it was sold to parents who gave it to their preteen young kids, predominantly daughters, and there's smut in here. Now, that's really not the biggest problem of this book. It's the relationship itself, because there's really not that much smut. But if I didn't read it myself, I would have thought, oh, the reason people talk about this is because it seems like it is for young teenage girls, but actually it's smut. No. I mean, there's some smut in there. I haven't read those sequences because I can't. I genuinely can't. Not just because I don't like smut in general, but because of everything around it and how he got in her pants in the first place. It makes me feel absolutely disgusting. It is a very rough read, and that's why it was talked about a lot. The cover not well marketed, and I really feel like it was all on purpose, and it takes away from what is actually happening here, which is her friends are toxic, he is toxic, and the focus has been on the cover and how it looks like a comic, and it's catering to a younger audience. And it's really not the problem. And the ED as well. She doesn't have an ED. Erin controlled her diet. But someone with a true ED would probably not behave like she does the moment that Nathan tells her that she should eat. That's really not how it works. In general, maybe there's exceptions. I don't know everything about EDs, but I can tell you from my experience, it didn't help me when someone told me that I should eat for my health. I wish it was that easy. It's not. But But do you understand what I mean? That if I had just listened to other people's opinions and parroted their experience, if it was even their own experience to begin with, I would not know that is not at all what this book is about, one, and that is not what we should be talking about. This is why it's important to think for yourself and to find out for yourself whether something is what the media or your friends or your family or anyone, me even, is saying. It's better to find out for yourself. And it's very possible that you'll find, yeah, this is true. This is true. Bad, awful, But you have done your own research. You've used your own brain and you've come to your own conclusions. If you parrot other people's words, you never know whether you are actually in reality and you might be perpetuating something bad, which is in this case the covert grooming of people. Because anyone who reads this going into it for smut and focus on the smut is reading the toxic things, internalizing the toxic things, but you're not registering it. You are receiving and perceiving this story as romantic, which means that now, whether you realize it or not, somewhere in your brain you think it's sexy when a man doesn't listen to your no. When you say no because I have to study, and he traps you, that is sexy. When you say I want to focus on my career and he laughs in your face, that's funny. That is what you're learning through the non-existent smut. So it's a fascinating read, and I know I'm losing my mind a little bit, but I do lay it on thick a little bit, and at the same time I'm not, because I do want to scream when I put it all together, because it's madness. It's absolute madness. Are we? Did I move her? Yes, I did move us. There's a lot of sex positive, woman friendly smut, but it doesn't seem to be doing numbers in the algorithm, because they put money behind this, and they put. I'm sorry if I'm missing messages. Actually, I can't deal with any smut at the moment. Storm, I am not doing that. I wasn't anyway, but at the moment I can't deal. I'll get too upset. I'm so sorry. Again, it's not you, it's me. This is taking all my energy when it comes to toxic things and misdirection. And on top of that, smut. It's just not my thing. Genuinely, I don't like that. It's not something that I enjoy. If it is your thing, then by all means, please read. That's all I care about. Whatever it is you read, even if it's, or even from comics to I don't know, Betty, it doesn't matter. I just want you to read. But I generally skip smut if I come across it. But again, if you like it, if you write it, that's not my place to judge that at all. It's just my personal preference. Oh no, I forgot. I'm forgetting. Hello, Swampy Boy. Hello, RaT. Hello, I'm gonna say Jay and Hustor. Thank you so much for the follows. Welcome in, everyone. I think you're right, Danny. I think I just forgot to put it up, or I did it wrong. I don't know. Doesn't matter. People have been good in the writing and reading space, and it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Yeah, it is, Dopey, and I feel like it's just a distraction, because it does make people who want to read smut read this, right? If the controversy is about the cover and how it should have been more clear that it's an 18+ book, and knowing a little bit about marketing, it just feels very manufactured. All of it. They're gonna make a TV show, Netflix or something of it as well, and I'm very curious. I had a history of binge eating and bulimia. Well, it creates its own health problems for sure. It's rooted in a much deeper personality dysfunction, subconscious. Yeah, exactly. So her. I mean, nothing makes sense in this story. But the thing is, if it was put in the right genre, it wouldn't have been as bad. The ED part is a bit problematic, because it really was Erin. Erin put her on a diet that made her eat less than she needed. And that's why she never looked into it herself, and she didn't notice, whatever. And the moment Nathan tells her that she has been under eating, she just starts eating, and it's over. And that's a gross misrepresentation of eating disorders as well. And that's just it's a bother. If you are someone who struggles with food and you read that and you take it for its word, especially if you're younger, and in case you missed it, I include that in the early 20s. Well, and anyone who is susceptible to taking things like this for what it says. So people who are less able to, for whatever reason, probably because they were discouraged to use their own critical thinking, they'll read this and think, oh, so I am really broken. I'm really broken. You know what I mean? It's not good. It's not a good representation to blame it on her when it was Aaron who put her on a diet. It's not an ED. But there is conversation online about Anastasia having an eating disorder. And if you go to the story graph has a section where you can warn people about certain subjects, trigger warnings basically, and it's user submitted. And you can tag whatever you want. So it has a list of trigger warnings, and if someone else has already tagged it, it just gets a number, right? So for example, the gaslighting is, I think it was pretty high up in the trigger warnings for Icebreaker on the story graph. But stalking, only 2 people of say 1,300 people who put some trigger warnings in there actually tagged stalking. Well, that is how it starts. And that is problematic, because that means to me that at least a huge chunk, if not all, of the rest of the people who read this did not realize that it's not just toxic, but it's dangerous behavior. If someone responds with stalking and trapping you after you say no, that's dangerous. Actually, it goes beyond toxic. It goes into, you might end up being a true crime episode. You know what I mean? And if no one notices that, that's scary. It's scary if people think this is sexy and romantic. So if it had been a horror, even with this cover, I don't care about the cover. The genre is what bothers me. How it is marketed, how it is framed. I need to lock in, because I'm so upset that it's taking me this long. Not because it's taking me long, but I want to so desperately start working on Haunting Adeline, but I can't start reading that right now because I'm just upset in general. But also I need to finish this first so I can keep them separate. And I was planning on making a video of me reading that, so it's not as easy as picking it up, even though I have a copy. Because I have theories, I have thoughts, and I have comments. When a woman is like that, I think it's because it's a subconscious misunderstanding in her emotions, that she thinks that a man controlling her and demeaning her is a sign of his power. Yeah, and power equals security and safety. This is how it's framed, exactly. You are clocking it exactly as I am feeling it. This is of course wrong. A strong man can mean safety and love, but not necessarily. This is why women like the bad boys. Yeah, because there's a guy in here, Henry, who I was holding out hope, which is why I was losing my mind, actually, because I was truly hoping that this would turn around and Henry would save the day, and she would realize that that Nathan was actually a bad boy, as in you're gonna end up being in a true crime episode, but alas, I know Henry is just. He is actually a good guy. He has like a care package for a woman in case there's a girl coming over to the apartment and she suddenly gets her period. He has a whole care package, just because. Probably because he has sisters or something. And he has the most healthy behavior towards a woman, towards life. But he is framed as being a loser a little bit, just a little bit. Add it all up, it is subconsciously showing you that don't choose the good guy. Don't choose the good guy because he's lame. He's boring. It's much more interesting when the guy you don't want to date is stalking you, right? If he actually finds his way into your apartment and your bedroom, even though you have consciously not giving him your apartment number, it's so romantic. Oh my god. I had the unfortunate pleasure of meeting a lady that thought along those no isn't no lines and believed that with saying no would mean I would do stuff to pursue her. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Kat, because that is what this is teaching girls. To expect that as well, not just to accept it as healthy if you're as a woman girl exposed to that. Let's just keep the conversation easy here, right? It doesn't matter. It can go both ways. But if you read this and think that this is normal, you won't just accept it. You are going to expect it. So if you are in this instance a guy and you don't necessarily think that you want to stalk someone, but you fall in love with a girl who expects you to behave like Nathan, and the patriarchy has been fed. This was a thought. Women are terrifying. Again, I am in awe of women, but also absolutely terrified. because they're strong and they have powers, and I have not yet found a way to tap into them, so maybe that's it. But my theory about it is actually, Tonga, is that because people go into it with the expectation of smut, they get blinded by what crumbs of smut they are getting in this book. And because I don't like smut to begin with, and I have decided that because there's so much abusive behavior surrounding the supposed romantic scenes, I am skipping over them entirely. I'm not going through that. I'm already giving you enough entertainment as is, right? You don't need my discomfort, which in this case would feel criminal, really. Because she's being coerced and forced and pushed, and it's framed as if she gives consent, and it's framed as if he is asking for consent, but he's not. It started out wrong. It started out coercive and covertly abusive. And I think because people go into it because of the smut, they just don't notice that how he is getting into her pants is really not the way to go. Is really not. And I even heard someone say that nothing happens in this book. A lot happens in this book. Really a lot. It's just the smut, which is why I wanted to tap it. But I think I'll wait until I'm done for the. That's a stupid mistake, because I do think there's maybe one or two scenes that I missed, but I'm curious how many actually explicit scenes are in this book, because they're not a lot. They're not as much as I thought going into it. Understanding the writers choose everything that's happening for a specific biased reason. Yeah, if it's a human, because I'm not sure. I'm really not sure whether this was written by a human. It's a good thing to remember, though, that usually a decent writer will not put any redundant information in a book. Now, if you're a relatively new writer, author, you might need to hone your skill a little bit and learn how to do less is more. But in general, yeah, every thing that happens should have meaning in a book. No is a complete sentence. Yeah, something I've unfortunately been obliged to teach more than one guy. I thank you. I'm so grateful that you do. Chungus, because I as a woman, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of other women, maybe not all, but a lot of women, when I say we need men to tell other men that, no is no. This is sad, but they're not going to listen to my no. It doesn't make sense. That's a paradox, and it doesn't work. Women are very powerful emotionally in general. Men are very emotional beings. We are very misunderstood. We have been divided, Dread. I think that is the biggest problem. And is actually the talk about the cyber deck that made me realize it, because men started by building cyber decks, and then it kind of faded away. And at the moment, the girly pops are picking it up and bedazzling cyber decks and bringing it back. But it wouldn't be possible without first having been brought into existence, right? So I feel like it's just we're supposed to complement each other, but the way that our social media is training us to be divided, not just in gender, but everyone, is the problem. We should be working together and add to our skills. I don't think that made a lot of sense. But basically, I'm just saying that men and women we have our separate skills, and if you put them together, yin and yang, come on, right? And also support your local Chuck Norris, yes. And don't forget MacGyver. Don't forget MacGyver, saving my life. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna need to lock in this week, okay? I'm not sure when I'm gonna take a day off, but I need a day off because I am running out of toothpaste, and I was hoping that there was gonna be a dip in the temperature the coming week, but it seems like it's not. It's not gonna happen. So I'll just have to. I don't know. I have a special UV resistant what the hell is that? A parasol? I was going to say slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That sounds interesting. Umbrella! Thank you, Kat. Sorry. I have a special UV umbrella, so I think I'll be okay, but I'm just not gonna be able to also stream. The weather is highly upsetting to me, and I hate that I have to go outside. But like I said, I had a migraine last week, and I couldn't get everything that I needed in one day on Tuesday to survive this current heat wave, because I also don't know when it's gonna end. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. It's completely right. I believe you. I believe you. It's just that in with this book still hanging over my head. You do? Audio, can you keep it? Can you just get rid of it for me? You can have it all. I don't need it. I really don't. It's too much. I'm very overwhelmed. Breathe so you can think so you can do so you can win. I don't want to win. I just want to be left alone. I just want to be a fairy. I'm thinking Monday. I'm thinking just get it over with. I need toothpaste. I need detergent, washing detergent, and I also ran out of ice cream, which is really sad. Every person has their unique self, but men and women are different, but it's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I agree, Dred. I think it's like we're prisms. The light shines different through each of us, and trying to make us all the same is actually hurtful to men and women and our natural selves. Yeah. It's I think humans in general complement each other, but when it comes to men and women in particular, I think we could do beautiful things. We could make beautiful everything, life. It's just that we've allowed ourselves to be divided. And at our core, we're all the same. You know what I mean? We all want the same things. Regardless of where you are on the gender spectrum, you want to be loved, you want to be understood, you want to be safe. These are three very, very basic things that all of us, even if we position ourselves in life seemingly irrational, we're all trying to achieve those things. In the south, there's thunderstorms. I don't know. I don't know. So maybe I hope so, Daddy. What time? In the evening? Or should I dare give up on my sleep again? Pacing myself leads to faster results, not slower. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's Nathan. Nathan is ruining my brain. Night. Okay, so I should be fine because I'm awake during the night. Should be fine. But Monday, whether I take Monday off or Tuesday, it's gonna be Monday or Tuesday. So it just because it's bothering me. The idea that I have to go outside with this weather is it's really not nice. So I'll let you know tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Is that okay? I need to go now and calm down. Put my feet in cold water. If you haven't heard it, the heck. If you're overheating and you can go to a swimming pool and you have the possibility to put your feet in a bucket of cold water, please do. It's quite nice. So I'm going to do that. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow we just chat, okay? We just hang out. I'll let you know what books I got from the library yesterday. Yesterday? Yesterday? No. Last week. Or we'll talk a little bit about my video store collection of books, because that is how I go to the library. I just go and I pick some things that sound interesting, or maybe I recognize the author, but generally I don't look up what they're about. So we'll talk about that tomorrow, and then I'll let you know whether it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. But for as long as I'm stuck with Nathan, you are too. So to be continued, okay? But not tomorrow. Tomorrow we're taking a break from Icebreaker. I need to go. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Please remember that you are important. You don't have to believe it, but remember it, because you are. You truly are, all right? Don't forget to drink water. Please, even if you don't like it. It's good for you. I know, it's stupid. Ugh. Being an adult is stupid. I keep forgetting. Thank you for reminding me, audio. If your name is Nathan, I deeply apologize. I'm not talking about any Nathan except Nathaniel Hawkins of this book. I'm so sorry if your name is Nathan, because I'm afraid that it's gonna stick a little bit, but it's really not you, it's me. So please come back and we can make up, okay? Please be good, take care of yourself, be kind, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye.